We never ever thought there was any reason to believe that anything was going to go wrong.
It was a roller coaster ride in the NICU.
He spent around 100 days in the NICU.
I never knew it was possible to feel your heart break.
And I just remember thinking, what am I going to do if this little boy dies? Because I'd fallen in love with him already.
Every year, almost 500,000 babies are born too soon. Many struggle to survive.
Everything was absolutely fine and we were happy.
24 weeks into her pregnancy, Marie Moynihan gave birth to her son James.
What transpired next was the scariest thing because now they knew something was wrong. I was starting to have contractions, but they didn't know if they could hold, if they could hold the baby inside of me, and they didn't know what was really wrong. It was scary. It was, he was 1 pound 9 ounces. He was so tiny that I couldn't even imagine that he was real. James had a level 2 brain bleed. He had to have heart surgery, and then he had a bilateral hernia surgery, and he had blood transfusions, and you name it, and he had it, and we never knew if he was going to be okay. He spent 4.5 months in the NICU.
I was having a pretty normal pregnancy up until about 28 weeks, and then everything sort of changed for us.
We were caught so off guard that we hadn't even picked out a name, and all those things that you normally do in preparation for having a baby. We were sort of at the halfway point when we had this surprise of her coming a little bit earlier than she was supposed to. We don't even really have that many pictures of her from that time because we were almost afraid to think about too much further in the future beyond just getting through the day-to-day of what she was going through each day.
A year ago, on March 20th, my granddaughter Abigail was born. She was born with a rare cardiac condition. Every day my heart broke, and that very last surgery, when they were wheeling her away, she just, as I said goodbye to her and that I loved her, she opened her eye and she looked at me, and I know that she said goodbye to me. I know that she opened her eye, and I knew that that would be the last time that I would see her.
These stories are not uncommon. All across America, thousands of families suffer due to the consequences of premature birth. But thanks to countless people like you and hundreds of companies across the nation, babies are being given a healthy start in life.
Well, we're here because Kmart is one of the national sponsors for the March of Dimes, and for 21 years we've been sponsoring the March of Dimes walks, and we've partnered with the March of Dimes for 30 years. And what's amazed me is that over the years I continue to meet Kmart associates whose families were impacted by premature birth and how their families struggled with that, and it's made it all more meaningful to me.
Over the last 25 years, we've grown our relationship with the March of Dimes to 250 teams across 28 states. This year we're going to donate about $1.5 million to the March of Dimes, just about double what we did last year.
We have a purpose for our corporation, which is improving health, and the March for Babies is one of the most significant symbolic acts we could have as a company trying to improve the quality of life in our communities.
So many people that I know and a lot of people in our company have had premature babies, and anyone that has been around what they go through and seen what the research and what all March of Dimes does for these families is, you can't help but be touched.
You need to walk, you need to raise funds, you need to be a part of this charity because it is a wonderful charity. It helps so many different people, and it's just a great thing to be a part of.
It's a wonderful cause. It's really great to get the community out and about together and supporting all babies, those born healthy and those who need a little help to survive.
The idea that you could help children be born healthier or prevent certain illnesses is an amazing thing to be part of.
As a maternal newborn nurse, the March of Dimes was always important for me because I knew what the work that they did meant for the babies that I was working with on a daily basis.
I will walk forever for the March of Dimes. Because of them, I have my little Bianca.
When you look at James today, and he's 10 years old, and he's absolutely a perfectly healthy young little boy. What if he was born an hour or 2 hours before that? He wouldn't be here.
There are babies here who are alive today because of the research funded by the March of Dimes. I am walking in honor of my granddaughter, Abigail.
I walk because everybody's benefited from the March of Dimes.
I walk because I love babies.
Join March of Dimes and march to help babies.
So come on out and march with thousands of other people and other families.
March to help babies.
March to help babies.
March to help babies.
March to help babies.
Sign up today and raise funds at marchforbabies.org.